Welcome to Washington Football Week with your host, one half of that dynamic duo,
Let's go.
Sean Spencer, and South Carolina's finest, Will Craven.
Don't play us if you're undefeated.
Where we celebrate past success while looking to a bright future. There's a youth movement in Washington, and they're ready to take the reins.
What? What?
What?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Really? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to say my name. Y'all know who I am. I'm still wearing the jersey, but that's just because it's kind of cold and I need to put something on. I should be getting warm by the fire of me burning the jersey, but I'm not that type of fan. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here because I felt that I needed to talk to somebody because I am close to the edge. The Washington Commanders have lost again to the New York flipping Giants. Let me stop. I got to shout out my guys. This guy over here, host of Big Nate Sports Talk, Nathan Snell. Mr. Moral Support, my guy, Mr. Anton Benton. And the other guy that I feel is on the ledge with me, Mr. Alex Stevens. Gentlemen, I appreciate y'all joining me today on our therapy session.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Alex, I'm going to go to you
Thank you
first
for having me.
because I'm trying to hold it in, but I'm
Don't
shaking.
Don't go to me.
So, Alex, talk to me, brother. What in the happened today?
Oh my God, man. Where do I start, bro? We got out coached. We got outplayed. Turnovers. I mean, everybody from every position, from the offense to the defense. I mean, nobody played very well. I mean, you can say that the D line played well because they got 9 sacks on a undrafted free agency, or what is he, undrafted free agent, third string? Yeah,
Third string.
right. And the Giants have one of the worst offensive lines, and they got a third string quarterback. So yeah, I mean, you can get hype off that. I mean, why wouldn't you get sacks? But watch when we play Dallas here in 4 days. I bet you we won't even get a sack.
Remind me of that. Please do not remind me of that. I want to be thankful of something this year, and that is not it right now. I cannot be.
We don't need to over
God.
worry about that.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words, man. I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, to be honest with you, with the team that we got, we should have blown out the Giants. You know, I had a feeling like it would probably be a close game, but literally on paper with the talent we got, and you know, especially with this offense that we got, you know, moving tempo these last couple of weeks. Come on, man. There's no question. But
No.
we really shit the bed. I mean, we really did. We did not come prepared, and that goes. I ain't gonna say a lot of it's on the players, but this is somewhat on the coaching. I don't think nobody wants to play for Ron. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not even going to say the name of the person who this comment is because I think we all know who this person is right now. And if you don't know, I don't care. I'm not going to say it. Mr. Moral Support, Anton Benson, I need some type of hope right now. What? Anton, just say something. I don't even
Brother, like, you don't the confidence is so far to like even trying to fill a cup right now. Like Alex said it all. We got outplayed. We just got out strategied. Like, I mean, we have our positive of having 19 points on the board. Yay. But literally, it felt like, you know how college kids have that omen that they touch when they go out in a locker room? It just feels like the whole team missed it coming out of the whole state into the stadium. Like, that's how it played.
Yep.
There were so many unlucky plays that we could have had go straight. All these turnovers that they turned into points. We have no explanation for that.
And Nathan, I mean, look, I apologize for not having the energy, but I feel like if I let the energy out, it's not going to come in the best way. So, Nathan, we didn't look good. People, we could talk coaching, we could talk players. Where does the fault lie in this game, Nathan?
Alex said it best. Nobody came prepared. I personally wouldn't have given them their game check. I felt like a must-win game, especially if you're trying to make the playoffs. You practically lost to Saquon Barkley and friends.
Wait. Give me one quick second, because something you said struck me. Because what?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
I really thought, especially after the Seattle. I really thought after the Seattle loss, I especially give up the big plays. It just carried right over into this game. I thought there would have been a turnaround, especially after the trade deadline. I don't see anything. I see the same bad habits, lack of adjustments. I can't nothing. I can't defend that. I've thrown the white flag. I'm done. I can't. I have no confidence going forward.
Let's put this in context. The team we're playing next is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have played the Giants twice, and they beat the Giants a total of 89-17, including 40-0 in the first game. We failed to score double digits in the first game, and in this one, we didn't even get to 20. I'm not even going to try to. I'm not even going to look ahead of the game. I can't look ahead. I can't right now. I don't want to look ahead. I don't need to look ahead. I am thankful that I have my three brothers with me, and that we are brothers because we are united in this. But Alex, jumping off the edge don't seem that bad right now, because I don't care about anybody on this team anymore, and I love Sam. All of them, because it's not just the coaches and it's not just the players. The players ain't doing the crap they need to do. We can't have 2 turnovers in the first 2 drives of the daggone game. But the coaches, after what I saw out there, if I was Ron, I'm punching people. I'm throwing helmets. I'm doing the whole 9, and Ron's doing this crap. So, Alex, start it off. We got to get this thing heated up, because I'm about to lose my mind, man. Talk to me.
I mean, like you said. I mean, it starts with Ron. I mean, let's be honest. It starts with Ron. This is Ron's team. This is what he created. This is what he created. Okay. Let's start from, offense. All right. I think a couple of days ago, He had a press conference, and they were asking him about his job, and he told the people that he said there's 2 good things. He said he ain't worried about the job. He said he's not worried about the job. It's something that he can't control. But he did say there's 2 good things that we have done, and that's the culture, and that's finding our franchise quarterback. Okay. And I agree with him. I think he did change the culture, and he did find a lot of fans might couple fans I've seen says they don't like Sam, but I think he's our franchise. I really do.
Yeah.
He's just on a bad team. But yeah, that's the only thing I think Ron has done in the 5 years he's been with us. Other than that, I mean, you name it across the board. I mean, look at the O-line. Look what he's created with the O-line. This is his O-line. You know what I mean? This is what he created. This is the guys that he got off the streets, you know, and other baggage from other teams. You know, Leno, for example. You know, Gates. Remember Gates? He's on the bench. That was wrong.
Benched him after the last Giants game.
You don't draft no O-line in the first or second round. I mean, you tell me what O-line has been drafted in the first or second round.
Right.
It's always been. How many first round defensive players did we have? I mean, when he got here, it was Chase Young.
Yep.
A bust.
And Montez.
Or average DN. He was never elite.
Right.
Okay. Jamin Davis.
That's what I was saying. Jamin.
Trash.
Not even average.
I think you could say average. Say average because he's a decent tackler. But I've seen him back there breaking through, and he gets juked by a linebacker and he misses a tackle.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing he is trash on, and that's coverage. He can't guard with the lick. He can't.
No.
And Jack Del Rio keeps playing man. Okay. You signed William Jackson from the Bengals. Okay.
You saw what happened there.
He couldn't play the scheme. And we were in zone all last year. Now all we do is play man. So why don't we just get William Jackson back? I don't get that because he was a man corner. But then you get rid of him. I mean, it's he kept Troy Apke. Remember that? No. Remember he loved Troy Apke. I mean, this is Ron and Jack. You got Mayo still on your team.
What is it? White
Mayo is dog. Everybody's like hype about Mayo getting sacks. Do you know who we playing today? We should have dogged this team.
Yep.
You know, we got 9 sacks. Their offensive line is terrible. And he still threw 3 touchdowns. What quarterback do you know it gets sacked 9 times and still wins the game?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm sorry to say secondary is poor. I said this in the text. I think y'all saw that on Facebook. Secondary is poor. The linebackers are trash. And the D-line, I don't care if you put Sweat back in and bring Chase. We wouldn't have won regardless. Because the D-line, Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen, they're overrated.
Yeah.
None of them are elite. None of them. Now, last year, I will say they was elite because they did show. You know, Daron Payne, that's the reason why he got his money.
They were playing for his money. That's what it was.
But he ain't showing nothing. Yeah, he did it today. Congratulations. It's the Giants.
Yeah.
And like I told you, when we play the Cowboys, you really think we're going to get 9 sacks on Dak? We will probably get a sack on Dak.
Yeah. How's he going to be against a better offensive coverage?
I'm telling you, this is what Ron created. It's all Ron. And there's only 2 things that he did great for us. And some people might, say that Sam ain't it, but I think Sam, you got to build around Sam. But literally, and not to mention throughout with Sam going, the numbers don't lie, but I don't know how many. Okay, let's be honest. Even though Sam has been doing his thing this year, he had a bad game today. But throughout the season, right, wide receivers have been dropping the ball for Sam. Where's Jahan Dotson? Oh, my bad. Jahan Dotson, another first-round pick from Ron Rivera.
Absent. Yep.
He did get a touchdown today. Last week, he didn't have nothing. He dropped the
and
ball.
He only had barely 20 yards today. So,
yeah, he's been a no-show, and everybody's been talking about this great breakout season he was about to have.
Right.
So look, the tight ends also. My bad. The tight ends also.
Logan Thomas, another thing. But I wonder.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you touched on it. And anytime I bring you in, Nathan, you as well. You guys both answer. You touched on this, and I want everybody to talk about should we fire Ron Rivera? But I think that also, I don't think we could say that without asking this question: is Sam Howell the answer, or is he the problem? Now, I'm on board with you, Alex, where I feel like he's the answer, but he doesn't have anything to work with. But as long as we have Ron, I don't think we're going to get a real accurate view of our quarterback because we've seen Ron has this team built the way he wants it, and that's Sam feels like he has to do extra, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anton, what do you think on Ron? Should he be fired today? And then this is Sam the answer? What you've been talking to us about? What do you your confidence in him or lack of? Talk to us about that.
You know, I don't have confidence in Ron. Like, we don't have River Road Ron. We don't have a confidence of an attacking head coach or offense. I mean, I'm sorry, not head coach, but being where he is, he's not the attacker that he has been when he first joined the team. Using Samuel at his best. When we had used him on the first pass, I guarantee him touching the ball made him have better games, having that first pass, right? I feel EB has helped the offense, but I don't feel Sam is listening to EB or not using the fundamentals correctly. I bash him right now. Okay. I had confidence with him. I was waiting for him to really earn a lot of things. Now, I say earn as in consistency. You have to keep on doing the same good things down the line, right? Today was his improper day where I feel, okay, his confidence really just got knocked down a lot of pegs. Because
this one and the other Giants game. The other Giants game, he played just as bad.
Correct. But this is where I feel his discipline of learning should be progressing by this point.
I get what you're saying.
Okay. So we're giving him an average score on and still trying to give him, okay, he's the leader of all we have gotten. No, this is a guy that we need to push him. But I don't feel we are pushing him to motivate his learning capabilities, his on-field eye coordination to everybody there. Because today, his improper throwing, that first interception was my go-to of, oh, this game is going to go to shit. Because the way he knew De'Ami Brown was not going to get to that ball, but yet he just wanted to throw it out there to see if he would catch it. He's throwing too much in the wind to not make sure he's got confidence behind that throw.
Okay.
That's where I'm looking at, okay, he's not actually confident with his 2 feet setting when he's making that throw. And that's where I'm like, this isn't showing the same Sam that we saw in the first 2 games.
I hear you. I hear you on that. And yeah, I have to agree in the fact that I think he's pushing it. I think there's a lot of times where he feels like he's putting it on his shoulders and he's turning into more of a gunslinger at times. And look, part of me, I was 50-50 on that first ball because part of me was like, damn it, we threw an interception. It's the first drive right away. But the other part of me is like, okay, we're trying to threaten that defense, you know? Now, you probably shouldn't have overthrown the guy, but we're trying to, take the top off. Okay, I can live with that. But then in the grand scheme of things, you look at the 6 turnovers and you're like, well, dang, man, we started off that way. And like you said, hindsight, you're like, oh, okay, here it's going to be. And I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I had the same kind of feeling. And Nathan, I'm coming to you. I mean, you can't start off. This is like the Giants game or like the Bears game. You can't start off and either have a 3-and-out or turn the ball over in the first 2 drives and then expect to still be getting on track. Our offense is not that type of offense where you can have setbacks and then all of a sudden, push forward. So, I mean, you saw the game. You know the question about this, and Ron, what are your thoughts about us right now and going forward, man?
Can I answer the Ron one?
Yeah,
first?
Yeah.
Hell yes, he should be fired. I'm adding his name to my list. You already know, Sean. It's a wrap. I think he's best being a front office guy. I just don't see him holding guys accountable. And today was a game where I felt like, especially going in the halftime, I would have been throwing chairs, something. Because there's just no, this conservativeness of just like you did, like just to stay on the sideline, like
reserved.
That bothers me. And with Sam, I think I agree to an extent to what Anton is saying, but he really doesn't have a lot to work with in terms of the offense line's crappy. I'm just going to say what I feel because me personally, I could go out there right now and try out for them. I think I could be a better offensive lineman than Charles Leno, and that's not being. And I'm not. That's not throwing shade, but
It's true.
I mean, this guy was on pace to be sacked 100 times this year.
Mhm.
I mean,
To see that. Ugh.
and on top of that, especially after the last game in Seattle, they're not scheming. That's kind of on Eric. Eric has to scheme better for Terry and Jahan. Didn't see that. Like the running game was, okay, but I mean, going up against a defense, especially knowing him as a former defensive coordinator in Baltimore, we should have made adjustments to his packages. Didn't see it. So
We
then
literally make this guy Martin. We make Wink Martindale. We make him look like the best coordinator in the league. We make Daboll look like one of the best coaches in the league when they have not done great all year. We flipping made Tommy DeVito look like Joe Montana out there.
That's bad.
18 dude had 18 of 26 for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and we sacked him 9 times.
Dude, he looked like Brock Purdy on his first night.
He didn't even
The
try.
problem. What was that, Nathan? Say that again.
No, I said he looked like
Yeah, what is he doing? what is he doing? What and I'm gonna open this to the people. Go ahead, Nathan.
Can I make one final point? There was a tweet. I shared this guys before we went live. Kevon Thibodeau made a comment to Charles Leno about thanks for giving me my 2 sacks on the day at halftime. And I'm getting 2 sacks. And yeah. That just lets if a guy said that to me, there's hands being thrown. Because I mean, you can't tell me that that's like that's just he just mentally is playing with him. Can't tell me that.
All right, I'm gonna put it out to the group. Nobody, anybody, answer at will. How should we feel right now? And I really want you. Yes, talk to me because I really want y'all to try to express yourselves because right now I am holding it in and I'm not doing it justice right now because I'm trying. This is years and years of being a Washington fan, trying to push it down because I'm the same guy that got so upset when I was a kid at preseason games. My mom had to stop me from watching the game because I would be crying, okay, because I was so into this. So I'm trying to reserve it right now. But guys, talk to me. I just need hope.
I honestly, in leading with that conversation, like it's hard to find somebody on the team to have confidence in to take hold. You know, like we were talking about earlier, it's having a leader on the team is somebody in that locker room to pick everybody up. Yeah. When you have somebody that can motivate, you know, like I said, this is where we lost.
We need to get picked up right now, though. I mean, let's be honest right now.
Important.
Even if we make the playoffs, we're not gonna do anything right now. So should we just say F it and let's look for next year? Like, what am I pushing for is I guess my problem. I'm not even in the middle right now. I'm more leaning towards what's these draft picks and coming out of college looking like. Because I'm just like, what am I getting excited for?
I mean, at this point, it's kind of like what gets the locker room together. You feel like everybody's an independent player out there playing, not together. You don't see fluidity. You don't see, you know, everybody on the same page. That's the thing of like where the team is not the team right now. It's so a rapid of white waters right now. There's no calm motion of a team.
Go ahead, Alex.
I mean, I know you got some words, Alex.
My bad. It was my turn.
He's holding it in himself over there.
How should fans feel? Well, I told y'all before we got on this live. I said people should be happy because the more we lose, Ron gone. So, I'm mad that we lost, but I'm also, I mean, let's be honest. Even if we made the playoffs, we wouldn't do nothing. I mean, absolutely. I mean, the more we lose, the more Ron is gone. I mean, that's the only positive thing. I mean, before Ron, when Ron got here, he hired the GM. I mean, he had full control. He hired the GM. He brought all the Carolina. Remember, we were going to be the Washington Panthers. You know what I'm saying?
Washington Panthers, right?
The whole
line of the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, he brought all his guys here. We just need a clean house. We need a clean house. He's done two things that's great. He did change the organization. I will say that. And he brought Sam Howell here. But he's been in here. How long has he been a coach? 18
years. He's going like about 18, 19 years now.
And he's only got 3 winning seasons. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam Newton made Ron. Let's just be honest. Cam Newton made
18 in one season, yep.
We're right now, we are 0-4 in the division. 0-4. We lost to the Eagles twice, which we played great against them. And we played terrible versus the Giants. And we lost to the Giants twice. Ain't no playoffs and ain't nothing. We need a tank. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, fellas. We need a tank. We should have let Ron go after the Bears beat us.
And
but I really,
that first Giants loss too. Right? Whenever we just needed,
right. I really wish Eric Bieniemy, and I know some people don't like him. It can't get no worse. Go ahead and put Eric Bieniemy as the interim coach, and just see what he does. And if he ain't the answer, get rid of Eric. Get rid of all Ron, whatever he created. Get rid of it. Josh Harris needs to get a GM, and bring whoever he needs in here.
So let me ask this though. To Anton's point from before. Now that we are kind of at this place where it's like there's no real point to push. You know what I mean? No real point to try to make a rush for the playoffs. And I'm not saying totally tank, but when you look at the rest of our schedule, we can easily play tough in every game and still not, win it and not look like we're tanking. But is there some validity in saying let's bring in Brissett and just say Sam is our guy and we don't want him to get hurt needlessly towards the end of the year when we're not playing for anything? Should we bring in Brissett and let him see if he can galvanize the team? Because we don't know, to be honest, let's be honest. If Ron is gone, most likely Jack Del Rio is gone, and we're going to rebuild this thing. So we can't look at the team we have now and be like, all right, well, going into next year with this team, because we don't know who's going to still be here on this team at this time next year. So is there some kind of merit in putting in Brissett and just saying, let's save Sam Howell? I mean, speak freely, man. Talk to me.
No, because it's gonna give last year like we did with Carson after the Cleveland game. Put Tyler Heineke in there, and then when you see Tyler Taylor, you get the same result. If I put Jacoby Brissett out there, nothing's going to change. I mean, at this point, like, I wouldn't see any difference. Would that make the offensive line better? Would the schemes be better for Terry or Jahan or Logan? Would the defense play better? No.
I mean, I've got my own words to that as well. I feel we put a lot of hope into Sam, and we haven't had, I guess, as much of a backer of confidence with him. And I feel, yes, we do need to give Brissett a chance. We didn't bring him in just to let him sit on the bench for, what we're paying him. So, yeah, he's supposed to be there for when Sam is injured, but let's put him in.
Go ahead, Alex.
Go.
Okay.
I said speak freely, man. Come on, have a conversation.
No. I'm not saying Brissett is trash. I'm not saying that at all. But everybody knows what you have in Brissett. He's a backup quarterback. Plain and simple. You don't want to start. You leave Sam in because apparently he's still learning the game. Okay, still learning the game. If you want to put Brissett in, put him in at the last game. I mean, you know, there's no need to get, like you said, Sam Howell injured. But right now, no, you leave Sam in. He needs to learn as much as he can. You know what I'm saying? He needs to learn the scheme more and everything. But even I'm gonna say this though, Sam Howell, and I'm gonna say this, how the wide receivers been playing, and he is leading in yards, yards passing. He is the franchise. I will say that. But I will say he does not have a number one wide receiver. He doesn't. Terry McLaurin, I'm not saying Terry McLaurin is trash. I love Terry. I think he's the leader on the team. I think he's a great wide receiver. But we need a guy. I mean, if you watch the Eagles, they got AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. That's right.
Great players. Great players make big time plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Regardless of the situation.
Right. And Terry, I hate to say
Last week he didn't do that.
Terry is not that. He's a great player. Now he makes amazing plays. But he's what you call he's a number two wide receiver. And he's a good one at that. He can play number one now.
Yeah.
But he's just not a type of guy to go up and get it. Now, has he done it? Yes. But for some reason, there's some games where it's like, man, we need Terry. We need, you know what I'm saying? Like AJ Brown could just, make the game, he could turn the game around and like that. Terry's not like that. So Hal needs a number one wide receiver. Jahan is supposed to be a number two, and I don't even think Jahan can be a number two.
I think he's more of a slot.
Yes.
So,
and let me say this. Look, I y'all know I rep North Carolina through and through. And when we drafted Diami the year before, I was on his bandwagon. This is the dude. And last week he caught that touchdown that tied the game, and I was like, he's back. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's a missing item.
No. Him, Pringle ain't back. Both of them jokers are garbage. I'm sick and tired of watching. If I gotta watch one more game with my guys, oh my God, they're not back. We need more help. I'm 100% with you because you look at Terry, Curtis Samuel. I love him, but what has he done? He's been injured. He's dealt with
injury prone.
And when he's on the field, he's good, but not great. Jahan starts off amazing, has 6 touchdowns his rookie year, but he's not great. He can't stay on the field. Terry, you same thing. Don't ask me if I'm okay. I'm not okay. You know that, Catherine. I'm not okay right now. Why would you ask?
Let it out, Sean. Let it out.
Let it out, buddy.
Let it out, boy.
Ridiculous. No, but this is ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of going to games and going and repping this daggone team, and they don't give a crap. They don't care about what the heck we get. They're not trying to put a good product on the field. This is hard to fucking watch. Seriously.
I'm with you.
I mean, y'all feel what the heck I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. I can't keep defending this team over and over, and they don't really give a
That's why I say, we've lost the interest because we don't have the head coach to prove to us that we have confidence in the team. He's so wishy-washy in the conferences. You don't feel any urge from him. We've lost that confidence in the coach. So the whole team is lost without their own head coach. So we basically are watching a team go headless by themselves.
The ship is sinking port side and starboard. It's listing. It needs to get back to the dock for repair.
There's no balance. None.
It's over.
Oh yeah, there's no question. It's definitely over. Ron needs to go, and I hope he here in a couple of minutes or a couple of hours he's gone. I mean, I would, but I know I got a feeling that it's 4 days before our next game, so they're probably gonna wait for that, which we ain't gonna win.
I feel like it's gonna be tomorrow morning.
We're not gonna win, but yeah, absolutely, do it tomorrow. But
if he already did that with Chase and Montez that quick, I feel he would make that judgment call really fast.
Well, they need to.
He need to be fired.
I would. I mean, and take Jack with you. Take Jack with you. Move Ryan Kerrigan. Can't get no worse. Move Ryan Kerrigan.
I had so much hope to think, okay, maybe if he wins some of these conference games, he'd have some confidence to stay on the team. But seeing him on the video today and watching him during the game, he just
fuck it.
Yeah. he feels like he there's no enthusiasm to actually fight for the team.
And if I'm a player, if you're not trying to fight for me and give me some confidence, I'm just coming here to just collect a paycheck.
Like
I'm just
all
here to
in
play.
all, I would rather see the fights that Payne and what's his name had on the sideline because I know they're fighting for the game rather than just fighting to not play at all. Like they're fighting their own energy to put it out there on the field rather than just actually fighting the energy to go for the quarterback or go for any touchdowns. Like I don't see any of that passion throughout the locker room. You know, my moral support is gone because of that crap.
On the bright side, we rushed for 174 yards and a touchdown. Logan Thomas had 5 receptions for 58 yards, and Ryan Robinson has been. They've proved they've been going more to their running backs. He had 7 receptions for 58 yards. You know, but again, to your point, Terry, a pedestrian 43 yards. Curtis Samuel or Josh Dobson had 23. I mean,
how many catches did McLaurin have?
He had,
I think 3.
5.
Right?
No, he had 5. He had 5 for 43 yards. Longest was 11. He on 7 targets. So
and
he can't defend that.
Right.
And have any real runs after run after yards?
Catches? No.
Yeah, and that goes back to Sam needing the number 1. I mean, Terry, there's nobody should be able to touch Terry on the Giants defense. Nobody. He should be torching for us.
So I put this question out to like somebody else with our quarterback of Sam being the leader of a good quarterback. Do you feel that he is responsible on how he's not distributing the ball to the receivers to let them get their yards after catch? Like,
yes.
I feel Heineke did that better with our receivers than he did. But I feel Sam is more accurate to get the ball to the receivers, not letting them make the play of getting more yards down the field. Is that?
Honestly, I do think Sam puts them in a better situation. I think Sam though has a lot better arm strength, but I think he believes that he sees that, and sometimes he takes chances that he might not need to take. Look, I love Taylor. We all do. We all see what he's doing, and he's capable. And he's one of the best backups in this league, in my opinion. But if I put them two together, talent-wise, we know Sam is better. But the difference with Taylor is Taylor was in a system that he knew since college. Sam is learning the system. You know what I mean? So he's still trying to figure this out. And then you add in the patchwork line. And I know easily we can say Taylor didn't really have a line either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So at this point now, I guess EB is trying his best to help Sam, roll out, trying to help use his abilities not to stay in the pocket.
EB,
So Alex, I asked Alex this. I want Alex to answer this. It's like, how much longer do you trust Sam learning EB's offense or making his own offense out of this?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I think he's learned it. He's not got it down all the way packed, like perfect yet, but I think he's learned it. I mean, he's throwing a lot, man, like a lot. He threw 45 passes today. He's leading in the NFL in attempts. I think EB. I like EB. He's better than Scott Turner. He is better than Scott Turner.
Yes,
but
absolutely,
I agree.
Right, he's definitely better than Scott Turner. But I don't know, man. I think Sam today he was just forcing things. Like I really do feel like because. I mean, look how many people fumbled. I mean, it was just like, man, it's just. I mean, Sam, he's the type of guy, man. He wants to bring his team back, and he will force some throws. I'm not really mad at him throwing picks, man. I mean, there's some great quarterbacks out there that's in the Hall of Fame that throw a lot of picks. So I mean, the picks, it happens. But the team, not even just Sam, the whole team played bad. The whole team. Like I said, I mean, what do you give an A+ to? Nobody, except the D line. But I mean, you would have to give them. I mean, Giants are just
But-
terrible.
I would even question the D line giving them A plus, Alex, because outside of the sacks, what else did they do?
Like I
They
feel
get
like
a lot
our
of
They
beat.
four-man
ain't even
front
stop the run.
I feel like
Right.
I feel our 4-man front is getting so outdated that people are understanding it so well.
Well,
If we don't get another linebacker or somebody to play like that box and one and
Well,
stay on the quarterback or something, we are going to.
Anton, we need one linebacker first. We ain't got one.
But that's what I'm saying.
That one.
If we stay in this 4-man front instead of staying like a 3-man front, have that
Yeah.
extra man that's back there floating around, or he stays on that quarterback, we would have had a win against the Bills. Josh would have stayed right in the pocket.
But the thing is, we also, to Nathan's point, adjustments I think are huge because what we did do early in this game, and I too was surprised hearing David Mayo's name all the time. He was jumping them gaps. He was running right through there. He was blowing plays up, but then it just looked like they adjusted, and we didn't adjust. Nathan, what? Just go, man. Just go.
I mean, with it didn't change the outcome of the game. We still lost. I mean, it's really everybody pretty much touched on it. I can't. There's nothing I could really take from the game. I mean, it's going to be hard for me to go back and look at the game again with a fresh pair of eyes, even without emotion, without saying.
Let me try to help you with this. We gave a guy that lives at home with his parents 18 completions, almost 10 yards a completion for
I can't defend that.
246 yards and 3 touchdowns. This man does not even have his own place. Nathan, how am I supposed to wake up tomorrow and be a fan?
I can't defend that. Like we said, he looked like the second coming of Joe Montana. Like the whole defense gets an F. I mean, Alex, he said that D line did his job, but where were the corners? Where's the safety? Where there was just lack of adjustments. Nothing that Jack did to try to do something. Like I mean, by the fourth quarter, I turned I just turned it off. Because the more I watched it, the more I wanted to put my head through a wall.
When you do your recap, I would like to be on that show, and I will contain myself. But I have some things I need your audience to hear because my audience don't want to hear what I have to say. Alex, brother, as if losing to the Giants again wasn't enough. Got to bring up my guy Ben Cornett's comments. I'd say Ron Rivera would be in hot water right now, but that would be inaccurate considering what happened at the stadium. I know we didn't want to talk about this, but we're bashing everything Washington. So let's just go ahead and do it. FedEx on blast.
Here.
Thank you, Kat.
And I brought you this. Maybe you guys need to start wearing paper bags.
Wow, because we just trashed today.
Love you.
Just
Now you don't have to worry about people recognizing you.
wow. I'm sorry, Sean. That describes our loss today. That describes our loss.
Tell me she did not just do that.
Look at that. Do you want me to take it off for you?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen, this is where the show has gone. I don't know. You guys can speak if you would like to. I don't even feel right taking this thing off because I feel like we're right at home right now.
So it was reported that the players can't take a shower. It was something like field level water heater. Neither the Commanders nor Giants couldn't take a shower. So it couldn't have been solved until the water was completely shut off.
I guess that's why we just kept on turning it over because everybody had cold hands. Just couldn't warm them up.
Alex, you look pretty upset. Talk to me about what you thinking, man. Is there anything to say?
I ain't got no words, man. I mean, what happened? Only last year when the water was pouring all over the fans.
Yep.
I mean, this ain't nothing new. Our stadium is trash. I mean,
Yeah.
just like the players. I don't know what else to say, man. Really, I don't. I don't.
I think the only thing we really need to ask is, are we the fools? Because we've all been trying to give confidence to our fans and the people that listen to us all throughout this year, saying, you know, we've got something here. We really can do something. Are we the ones that maybe should be hung out to dry? Because we've been saying it. I know I've been saying it all year long.
I don't think so. We've got a lot of talent on the team. We haven't organized it together to feel like they're all flawless. Like when you have that locomotive, you know, steamrolling through everything, you know, every trial, every game that they go through, like it's just troublesome to not know that the improvement has not hit us yet. Like to not know that everything we can look at, I was like, all right, this is a loss that we can say, you know what, it was a good loss, but it was a loss. Not this was such a bad loss that we can't even think what to say. Like there's no explanation for it. It's that bad. At this point, we shouldn't even having that part of a conversation. We should be on the up and up. We should be having way more of a talent combo working out. You know, having last week with McLaurin dropping 3 of the most important passes, our third downs would have been first downs with him. But we lost all that confidence last week. And here we are this week with all of them dropping their balls, all these fumbles. Who's the next person to have the ball? You know, Brian's going to have his workload next week. That's all I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy DeVito had a quarterback rating of 137.7.
You might just put him in the Hall of Fame.
F all that.
I mean, but see, but those stats are not going to reflect how poorly we were today. If we're being honest, like, I like for me, like it starts with there's a true lack of an identity. Like while I'm all happy that Magic, Josh Harris, they own the team. There's still a lot of stuff from a culture perspective that needs to be reset. How you go about things, like there's no accountability. There's no way you should, and you're at home. I feel as though you're your divisional rival. Where's the emotion? Like I said earlier, I'm throwing hands on the sidelines. Last year, Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, we played Dallas, got in each other's face. Where is that?
Yep.
Like Sam, I feel like was the only one that actually gave a fuck today. I mean, Brian Robinson too, but other than that, everybody. I'm just here so I can collect my paycheck. That's what it felt like to me. Mm. And for me, you can't, especially when you're trying to be a successful franchise, you can't have players that give, to me, what I feel like today, lack of effort, lack of accountability, not holding each other accountable, but more importantly, like the coaching. I mean, it goes back to the coaches. Like, how are you preparing them for throughout the week for the game? It's how you prepare. And today was a clear example. We were not prepared.
Well, it looks like we all kind of just might have just put in our vacation plans.
Like I feel like the whole passion that you can see that would change the whole game, the whole like thrive of a game. Logan Paul getting his fumble. Okay, he had that fumble, and then they gave him the same exact play when they came back on the field.
Yep,
he ran the ball. He got his 4 or 5 yards with that, right? Then what did they do? 2 plays later, they ran it on the exact other side. When you have that driving, you feel like your confidence. I would feel the passion from Logan Paul, like, yo, let's get this. Like, they're trying, that's where I feel like it's not getting passed on. or it's not showing out like, all right, we got this. You know, things are going better now. Like there's no quick huddle. Don't see that anymore.
That
Everything
tempo, that up
okay.
tempo, I think is yeah.
That's
To your
what
point, I do like
think,
that.
Like those 2-minute drills, man, you should be up on the ball. Like,
But at the same time, with the interceptions and with the fumbles, what and where we're at in the season, you start getting to the point where and it's hard to not do this, but you get to the point where you're like, here we go again. Kind of like how us as fans do it, where we're just like,
you're starting to sweat before the 2 minutes even come up, man.
right. You're just driving down the field and you're just like, all right, here it comes. When is he gonna mess up? There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even upset about that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You don't feel that confidence, like we're gonna get these 7 points. Got this. Like there's no Aaron Rodgers confidence. His 2-minute drill, you knew he was gonna get 7 points. Period.
So I will say this, and I'm gonna come to you, Alex. I do have that confidence. If we're down and I need somebody to drive me down there. We've seen Sam do it at Philly. We've seen him do it against Seattle last week. But we put ourselves in these situations to where he has to make these miraculous plays. You know what I mean? So, Alex, talk to me, man. It's back to the same. I don't think he's the issue. I have confidence in him doing it, but to the point of Nathan and Anton, I don't know if I have confidence in the rest of the team picking up the slack for him. These sacks aren't all on him. These interceptions aren't all on him.
That's right.
It's the other players. So talk to me about that, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. The last few seconds of the game or whatever. Again, he was trying to make a play. He says hut. The D line is already in his face. He tried to throw it out of bounds. It was a terrible throw, but it wouldn't have been a terrible throw if the D line went all in his face. You got to think. Leno got flagged because he moved. So our timeout was messed up. We had to call timeout because it was going to run 10 seconds off the. You know what I'm saying? So the O-line just shit at the bed for Sam. He did throw some interceptions, and that last one that he threw, he was trying to throw it out of bounds. He just didn't want to get a sack because everybody would have been rushing back. We would never had no time. But yeah, absolutely. When we got the ball and all we had to do was score, absolutely. I put all my faith in Sam. Absolutely. I've seen enough. He is struggling. He did struggle a couple of games. What young quarterback is not going to struggle?
Right.
But I do believe in him. I think he has poise. I think he's confident. I really do. Again, he needs more help. Yeah. We need help out of the running game. We need help out of the O-line. We need help out of we need a number one wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Once Sam has all that, and which I do think there will be, sunny days in the future, because we do have $90 million cap. Okay. Braun and Jack will be gone. Yeah. Okay. We will get our coach, whoever it is, and we will have $90 million and the draft. We will have a lot of draft picks. So build around Sam. And once he has this team, and if he's struggling, then that's a problem. Right. But the whole team is terrible. So I'm not blaming it on Sam. Sam actually is doing great in stats. He's right now is a stats chaser. That's all we got.
That's what we have.
I'm not blaming nothing on Sam. I believe in him.
I have to agree with that.
It wasn't bad, but he's doing his own part in his own. He's doing a lot better. Like you guys say, his stats are proving that he's doing good, and I see that. And it's hard to position himself on how good he's doing when we're losing. You know what I'm saying? That is the hardest discussion is your quarterback is doing so good, but you're just losing the game. And this is where I brought up he's a Kirk Cousins in our own head right now because he's putting the points on the board, but our team is losing the game.
He's probably Kirk Cousins in his last year when Kirk didn't have anything. Because I don't think with Kirk Cousins, he would put up the numbers and he would drive down the field, but he was good for that interception when you needed him to score a touchdown.
That third quarter or fourth quarter interception is coming.
Sam, and that's what Taylor did as well. Sam will get you that touchdown, but he could also take that chance that he doesn't need to take.
So
but my bad. I didn't mean to cut you. Kurt actually had more weapons than what Sam has.
I do.
I mean, Deshaun Jackson, even Jordan Reed. I mean, Jordan Reed, we ain't had a better.
I was thinking of his the year that he the second year he got franchise tagged.
Right. Yeah, I got.
So as like Sam as like a whole, take him the player. Do you feel like he's overwhelmed himself being in that pocket, or he's not using his abilities enough to actually see what he can do better?
I don't think he has time.
I don't think he has the time. I mean, the offensive line is not good.
Okay.
I mean, this is the same offensive line that Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke had last year, and Sam was in there last year too. Like, if he had a stellar offensive line, maybe like last year, like Patrick Mahomes last year with his offensive line, maybe Joe, that's fair. But when you have, I mean, he can't like hold the ball for like no more than 5 seconds, and the left tackle's getting beat on the block. Like that matters. Like, I can't judge him until, like Alex said, he has an offensive line that can protect him. Because, like I said, I can get in shape right now and try for them next year if they need an offensive lineman. They need playmaking. Like, if he had there's talent offensively, maybe Terry, but they need some actual pieces around him to make him look good. Then I think it's fair. It's like looking at Bryce Young in Carolina right now. That's the best way I can put it.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, even Taylor Heineke had a better offensive line last year. I feel like. I mean, I think he did. I mean, remember the center that we had last year before he got injured.
Roulier.
Yeah. I mean, he was real good. I mean,
and the only reason he quit because of the injuries.
Yeah.
And I think we've done better with Larson being in there, but still. All right, but look, we to the end. We've almost gone an hour, and I feel like I don't even think we put a dent in all the problems Washington has, but it's been good for our mental health. So we're gonna go around one real quick and give a brief response, just saying, as Washington fans and as a team, where do we go from here? I'm gonna start with you, Nathan, and then go all the way back down, and I'll finish up. Nate, what you got, man?
Well, where we go from here? Well, first and foremost, need prayer, need exorcism, and it's time to clean house. Just get ready for next year. You still got to go out there and do your job. But I don't think. I mean, after today, I don't think. I would not go into practice the same way that I came in before this game. Like, you got to hold guys accountable. I mean, I think it'll get better, but it's a wrap. Throw the white flag.
I got it. And Tom, Mr. Moral Support. Give me some moral support, man. What's up?
You know what? I'm on the same page as Nathan right now. Like, if that influence doesn't help, at any point soon, like holding people accountable, the responsibility of holding accountability, it helps them get better. It helps them challenge themselves. It helps them understand, okay, we can run smoother if we actually hold each other accountable of what we're doing. That goes right up the system in our front office. If we can't hold some of these people accountable of what we're doing, we ain't gonna get better.
I like that. Alex, what you got, man?
Yeah, like homie said, man, wave the white flag. Absolutely. We're done. We're done. And for Washington fans out there, yeah, wave it. Yeah, right. Hold on, let me get it. Yeah, wait.
The time has come.
Yeah, but again, this is Dan's garbage that's in. Ron, Martin Mayhew, all these guys. It's Dan. That's Dan's problem. We got new ownership. Washington fans out there, we do got new ownership. There will be better days. let's just we have 90 million cap, like I said, and we got a lot of draft picks or whatever. This is just not our year. I mean, it's done. Again, Ron tried it and he's trying to save his job, but it's done. We got to get something new. We got talent. Know that we do got talent, but it'll be better days.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And and I'll finish off with only thing left to do is play spoiler. We ain't going to the playoffs. Let's go out here and somehow shock Dallas. Somehow knock off their chances to do it. Hurt Dak, do whatever. I'm not saying hurt him just enough so he don't play and we don't win. I ain't saying hurt him.
You better knock on wood before somebody else hears that.
Hey, I hope she heard that. I mean, look, let's be honest. We got a murderer's row down the stretch. We got Dallas twice. We got the Jets with a potential Aaron Rodgers return. You know what I mean? A Miami team we've seen they put up 70 on Denver. So we've got a number of teams coming down the pike, and just play spoiler. Go out here and give everybody your best shot. And because look, to be honest, like you guys are saying, I agree. We're gonna blow this thing up. So in my opinion, if I'm coming in there, when I come in there tomorrow, I'm saying every one of your jobs. I don't care if you just got paid yesterday. Every one of your jobs is on the line. So if you want to be here, play like it. You have X amount of games to play like it. After that, everybody getting a pink slip.
Yep.
Because everybody, just like you said, Anton, you have to be held accountable. Everybody needs to be on notice. And I thought that's what happened when your supposed two best defensive linemen left, but apparently it didn't. Apparently we didn't get that fireman under us.
Serious.
So maybe they do need to make some axes up top, cutting off the coach, G. Mayhew, some of those guys, and maybe then that will get people to do it. But I don't know. I've seen it says in certain places in the Bible, if he didn't believe that I brought that man up, he ain't gonna believe anything else I say over here. So even if we see with our own eyes these guys getting fired, I still don't know if it's gonna make the difference. Because like Alex said, we're still in that we're still in Dan Snyder. Regardless of way we look at it, he's gone, yay. But we were all naive, and I was one of the first ones on this train to think the minute that he left, everything from him was gone.
The umbrella effect.
We still got a crappy stadium. We still got coaches and different things, remnants from his time here. So we're still in the mill, and some could say this could be expected, and we've done a lot better than a lot of people pegged us to do, but we're still here. So hey, let's play spoiler.
Hey, I did hear that the rumors are true. Now I don't know how happy y'all gonna be with this, but we might trade for Bill Belichick.
Oh, okay.
So I will say this though. I will say this. All right, there's a couple positives. Okay, there's a couple positives. I will take my man turned off the camera.
What? Really?
but
do that, yo. Like what?
But I will say this: there might be a couple positives out this. Never mind. There's no positive.
Right.
Nah. Bill Belichick, I do think he's more of a better mind with schemes wise when it comes to coaching. I will take if that's what they really do. I will take that over Ron any day. Remember the Patriot way?
Yeah.
It will be the Washington way. And in free agency, I don't know if y'all remember, was it 2 years ago when everybody was just going to Bill Belichick? So with the 90 million cap, players probably would love to play for him. But yeah, I'm like y'all. I want someone young and experienced. I don't want to go old school again because I just think the game is past them. Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. Cam Newton made Ron. So
did you see that? There was a picture that came up on Instagram or Facebook where it said in 2013, Washington had LaFleur, Shanahan,
like 5 or 6
McVay,
in the playoffs.
and
I saw that.
O'Connell at one point, and then and McDaniels.
McDaniels.
We had all of them, and we were
And they were
3-13
all on our
that year.
team, and we let them go.
Yeah.
They were all head coaches, weren't they?
And look, yeah, no, they were all assistant coaches. They were all like different pieces of the thing. But you know what? At this point, guys,
I don't
Will
care.
said it best. That's where we're at right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all being with us. Any of you have watched us and laughed at us, joined us, wallowed, cried, whatever. We appreciate you guys being here. And we're Washington fans, so we go out the only way we know how. Left hand up, ladies and gentlemen.
Gibbs, you got a good chance. Let me tell you something about some good fans. Back in the day, RFK was our palace. If you don't know, you need to ask about us. Think we're gonna lose? Well, I can't believe you doubt us. Had the whole crowd screaming out, "We want Dallas!" Those haters can't stand us. Left hand